guys? We're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at our boy CELLZA and his EZA. So this batch of units is monstrous. I mean, what is it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is one of the biggest like data downloads and batches of characters ever, right? With these 12 EZA units right here. Honestly, a lot of them are really not looking the craziest. Janembu did look pretty good. Chowman actually impressed me. I do legitimately feel like Chowman in like, you know, some Super Battle World stages could help. Like actually, like seriously, I think he could. So like the Fusions EZAs are actually looking to me to be the best part of it. Trunks and Goten they did a good job with as well. I actually, you know, I think they're much better worked on than like in LR Gohan and LR Majin Vegeta and stuff like that. Trunks and Goten look fine. So here we have CELLZA, right? Now immediately, look at this. He has 18,000. That is ridiculously high. 18,000 attack? Like, you guys really need to take a look at the units in your box that are in the 18,000 attack range, right? Like, this is insanely high. His defense under 10,000 is very low for an EZA unit, though. So we do want to keep that in mind. CELLZA's not on a lot of teams, you know, which is a bit of a shame. He's only on Fusion, Transformation Boost, and Crossover right here. This is one of these characters, by the way. There are certain, like, characters, right? Like, Karoli just feels like he should be, like, absolutely, like, a god in this game. The fusion of, Cell and Frieza, CELLZA, again, feels like he should be, like, a god. Not, like, just, like, some mediocre piece of shit. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what he looks like. So, we're starting out here, 141k is not the craziest. CELLZA does get 30% attack and defense for one turn when he does super attack from his super attack effect, and he's greatly lowering enemy defense. And then his passive, he's at 120% attack and defense start of turn. He recovers 10% HP at the start of turn. You know, with a full healing team, certainly could help. Although, again, enemies typically don't whittle you down. Then he recovers 10% HP and HP's 50% or less. Okay. And he gets 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack when HP is 50% or more. Oh yeah? He's looking pretty good. So, as long as you're above 50% HP, CELLZA looks good to me. Because, again, he's doubling his defense when he supers, and then he still has his 30% super attack effect coming. So he's well over 300k defense right here. Wow. Okay. Dude, the Fusions EZAs, these characters are good. Like, they're actually good. Like, actually good. Okay. Let's see. Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Shocking Speed, Prodigies, Big Bad Bosses, Fuse Fighter, and then Shattering the Limit. CELLZA's looking solid. I mean, you know, just the 30% support from STR Cooler. And CELLZA's over 300k defense. Yes, sir. We will take that. What is his damage gonna be like? 5 million or something? Let me see. This super attack animation still looks really good. Int Goku Blacks are just crazy. Yeah, 5 mil. Okay. Yeah, dude. The Fusions EZAs, these guys are solid, man. Like, I'm impressed, honestly. Like, this is 3 for 3 now. Okay. The only thing I guess that's a bit of a detriment for CELLZA, especially here, is that, remember, he is only on 3 category teams. Fusion, Transformation Boost, Crossover. That certainly will limit his goodness, greatness, usefulness, whatever you want. I want to get LR Janemba with CELLZA. Of course, LR Janemba just got goddamn locked, though. Next turn, I'm going to try and push LR Janemba off. LR Janemba, by the way, it's like he's going to work well with a lot of these sort of like Transformation Boost characters. Again, Janemba has that really good villain link set, which helps make him work incredibly well with many of these strong villain characters that show up. Remember that Janemba, too, you know, can get some... Well, Janemba's healing is through Metamorphosis, really, right? Janemba doesn't heal besides Metamorphosis, right? Let me double check LR Janemba. I don't believe LR Janemba heals just besides the Metamorphosis link. Yeah, but he does have his nullification. He's got his rage mode and stuff like that. But a lot of characters, these like sort of like transformation boost type villain characters, I do look at them in a sense of like, you know, many of them will work really well in slot 2 with LR Janemba in slot 1. That's why like LR Janemba is so valuable. Remember, you don't want to sleep on these slot 1 characters. LR Janemba, Janembu is one. Baby Janemba, who came out in November with the Heroes units for both Global and JP. These types of characters are very valuable for teams, right? Because you could kind of just like pencil them into slot 1, and then you can get a character like, you know, CELLZA. Dude, CELLZA is like over like 350k defense right here. What is he gonna do right here? What link set? All we have active is Brutal Beatdown and Big Bad Bosses right here. Okay. All right, let's see what CELLZA looks like right here. And remember, CELLZA is healing as soon as the turn starts as well, which is nice. I do one, I guess, small criticism of this unit. He's looking good to me, honestly. One small criticism I think I would put is that, so he loses the 100% attack and defense on Super, 6 million, damn. He loses that extra 100% attack and defense on Super if his HP is below 50%, right? So what I think would have been much better, right, is instead if... Okay, so he loses that, and then he gets 10% healing. I feel as though that healing should have been... That should be like 30% healing or something like that. I know that's really powerful, but we're talking about CELLZA losing a lot of stats. He loses a lot of stats when he falls off of rotation. Okay, yeah, let's do this right here. Remember that LR Janemba does not guard in slot 3, but I've had him in like slot 2 a couple of times. So yeah, he's at 300k defense, so he's good. The thing about LR Janemba is when you, like, there's 2 versions of LR Janemba. There's the version everyone knows, which is like turn 1, slot 1, Super Battle Road, and then there's God Janemba, where you have his passive fully built up and he's done his 3 attacks in slots 2 and 3, right? God Nemba is ridiculous. When his passive is built up, he is an absolute fiend. LR Janemba, right? Like the damage he could do, his defense, key no longer becomes an issue. Because one of the, I think, probably the strongest criticism you can have of LR Janemba, I think, is his key issues, which he badly suffers from key issues until his passive is built up. Okay, we do not have Kid Boo's passive active right here. We do want to keep that in mind. I might just float off Kid Boo for now. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna let Kid Boo float off. 152k, so again, still well over like 350k defense. CELLZA's looking solid to me. This is good. I look at what Janembu looks like. I look at what CELLZA looks like. The villains, remember, there's a dearth of villain characters in Dokkan. We have infinite options, infinite Super Saiyan options for a lot of these teams, right? That's why, like, we get a dual Dokkan Fest, Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, you know, you could argue certain situations for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu, but then you could default to, okay, well, Goku, I have one of 87 amazing options, Super Saiyan characters to run with Goku. Who do we have to run with Kid Buu? And it's a wasteland. It's a cemetery, right? So, like, CELLZA looking to me like a legitimate option. Janembu being a god. This is really good. It's very, very beneficial, I'm thinking, for these villain teams, that these fusions, EZAs are not throwaway characters. It's good. It's good. Villains needed it so bad. That's why, like, this is what, like, that's why Tech Super Buu is actually, like, it's such an L for Dokkan, because it's like, he really would have helped out being not a piece of shit. Like, it would have been really nice if he wasn't a complete piece of ass throwaway. But unfortunately, that's all he is, right? But the good news is we did get the fusions these days at the same time, and they are not throwaways. These guys are pretty good. CELLZA having big bad bosses certainly will help him out quite a bit. And it does make it easier to sort of get him in line with a lot of these major villain characters having big bad bosses, right? Because you run like a full big bad bosses setup, and he's fitting right in there. So I'm liking CELLZA, man. I think they did a pretty solid job right here. Okay, so this should be a pretty solid turn for our boy CELLZA. again, we'll be able to have Brutal Beatdown, Shocking Speed, as well as Big Bad Bosses. He's at 141k. Every single turn we saw him, he was over 300k defense every single turn. So, yeah, Celza, man. Not too bad. Definitely a pretty solid unit. Don't sleep on Celza. Don't think that Celza is like trash or anything like that. He's definitely looking to me like he could put in a little bit of work on the Transformation Boost team. Remember that I believe on Crossover, I might be wrong on this, but is he the only other character besides Meki Kabura that has Big Bad Bosses on the Crossover team? I believe so. So that could be good. The problem is that Meki Kabura and Celza don't necessarily work that well besides that. Oh, I think Ames also has Big Bad Bosses, does he not? He does. The support from Dragon Ball Heroes. But it's just those characters. No, Demigra has Big Bad Bosses as well, but Demigra fucking sucks cock. Oh, I guess Celis has Big Bad Bosses as well, and Hachiak. Okay, so there's like 80 characters that have Big Bad. Never mind. But I mean, to be fair, they all suck, right? Like it's like, yeah, there's a bunch of characters that have Big Bad Bosses, but they're all actual units you would never run. So okay. But yeah, there's Celza, man. Not bad, not bad. I actually think Celza is a solid option. Able to shoot out 5 million attack stats, healing, 300k plus defense, a villain unit, which there's less of. I will take that for sure. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.